Any other move, whether it is a trade, a free agent acquisition, maybe a waiver wire pickup, do you think they'd do anything else before opening day?
I think it's a possibility. There's still a few free agents out there that I think can help them. And, it gets to the point in the spring now where the prices drop. I mean, players know they've got to get into camp and they're going to take less money than they're probably worth. And, one player that stands out to me is David Robertson, the well-traveled veteran reliever and closer, because when I look at the Pirates, I don't see a closer alternative if Bednar isn't indeed up to the task of closing. Robertson's closed in the big leagues at various times in his career, and I've got to think here this late into the spring that he's starting to get antsy to want to sign. Opening day is only 3 weeks away, so I think that's somebody that they would at least be in contact with. I don't know if he would want to come here or not, but he may have no other options. But trades are weird. It used to be, when I first started covering baseball in the Stone Age, there used to be a lot of trades in spring training. Once teams got to Florida and Arizona and got a better look at their team on the field, they would see there were still holes or what have you. But you rarely see a spring training trade anymore. So I'd be surprised if they made a trade in spring training.
John, give me a player that not many people are talking about on this Pirates roster that you think will have a good season.
I like Mike Burrows, and he's kind of been, he was a top prospect a few years ago. He pitched in a Futures game 2022 at Dodger Stadium. Then he hurt his elbow, missed almost all of 24, or 23, I should say. And then last year, 24, returned like at midseason, ended up pitching for the Pirates one game there at the end of the season with the Yankees, got the win in relief. Now I don't want to get too excited about one like 2 2/3 inning relief appearance. This is a guy who's highly regarded, and he's kind of been passed on the depth chart, especially at Indy. He'll probably be the number 4 starter behind Graham Ashcroft. Well, Bubba Chandler obviously be the number 1, then Thomas Harrington and
Braxton
and
Ashcraft down there.
Yeah, so he's kind of maybe lost in the shuffle a little bit down there, but the guy has good stuff and he has good makeup, and I wouldn't rule him out. I wouldn't rule either to help the Pirates at some point this year, or maybe be a trade chip to get a hitter.
That's an interesting pick. I like that one, John. Now I'm even happier I asked you that question, because I didn't think you would go with, since they have so many good young arms, you went with the Mike Burrows route. I like that answer.
Yeah, he's really been forgotten, Donny, and, not through any fault of his own, really. He didn't pitch much for 2 years, but he's I was impressed by him before he had the Tommy John. Saw him pitch in the minors at Altoona a couple times and had a chance to get to talk to him a little bit. I don't profess to know him real well, but was really impressed with his attitude and just the way he carried himself. And I think this is a guy who won't be intimidated by pitching in the big leagues.
John Perrotto. Check out his stuff at Pittsburgh Baseball Now, Forbes Sports, Baseball Digest, AP. John, did I miss anything else there?
No, I think you got them all.
There we go. One of the best baseball writers around. John, thanks for taking the time.
Oh, my pleasure, Donnie. Thanks for having me.
There we go. Great stuff there from John Perrotto. I found that last answer pretty interesting. The Pirates player we haven't heard much about that will have a good season. He goes with Mike Burrows. And he said not necessarily that he is great for the Pirates, but maybe he is somebody they use in a trade. Good stuff there from John. Again, check out his stuff. It's all over the place.